So today we're going to be finding the volume and surface area of rectangular prisms. But before we begin, let's just review our formulas. For volume, well, volume equals the area of the base times the height. And for surface area, we actually have two formulas. For the lateral area, well, that equals the perimeter times the height. And for the total surface area, that equals the perimeter times the height plus twice the area of the base. Now, on a rectangular prism, unless they tell you otherwise, you get to decide what your base is. But here, they've already gone and shaded this area right here for us so that we know that that is the base. And so the area of the base, well, that's going to be length times width, or 8 times 3, which gives me 24. And the height of my prism, well, that's just the number that we didn't use. So that would be 4 on the square root of 2. And so when we put those together, that the volume equals the area of the base times the height, we get that this equals 96 on the square root of 2. And so that would be our volume. Over here for surface area, we need to find the perimeter of the base. Well, that would be 9 plus 2 plus another 9 plus another 2, which gives me a perimeter of 22. My height would be 7. And I also need the area of my base. Well, that would just be 9 times 2, which is 18. And so for my lateral area, I simply do 22 times 7. And that gives me 154. And for my total surface area, well, that's going to be the 154 plus twice 18. And so I can go ahead and do that, 154 plus 2 times 18. And that's going to give me a surface area of 190. And so that's when they give us pictures. Let's see how this changes, or if it changes, when they give me word problems. Now you can kind of see underneath here, those are actually shapes from the other side, so we're not looking at those shapes. We're just told this: the rectangular prism has a volume of 64, and the area of the base is 16. So that means that the V, well, that equals 64. And the area of the base, capital B, equals 16, and we want to find the height. So 64 would equal the 16 times the height. Going back to our original formula over here, and so our V equals BH. There we go. We just divide both sides by 16, and we get that 4 equals H. For this problem, we're told the prism has a length of 7 and a width of 3. So let me go ahead and just draw that out. This would be 7 by 3. And a height of 9 And so we just need to put those three things together to find the surface area. Well, the 7 and 3 were given as our base, so that means that the area of that base would be 21. And the perimeter, 7 plus 7 plus 3 plus 3, would be 20. And our height was 9. So our lateral surface area, that would be the 20 times the 9, which gives us 180. And our total surface area would be the 20 times the 9 again, but this time plus 2 times 21, to give us a total surface area of 222. And that is rectangular prisms. And now let's talk about finding surface area and volume of cubes. Now, cubes work exactly like rectangular prisms, except for we know that everything is the same length. So if it has an edge length of 10, that means that's 10, this is 10, and that is 10. We still need to find our perimeter, our height, and the area of our base. Well, the perimeter of our base would just be 10 times 4, which is 40. Our height at this point would just be 10. And the area of our base, 10 times 10 is 100. And then our formula, which was pH plus 2b to find the total surface area, or just pH for the lateral. So for the lateral surface area, that would be 40 times 10, which is 400. And for the total surface area, that would be the 40 times 10 plus 2 times the area of our base. So the 400 plus 200 would give us a total surface area of 600 square meters, since they gave us meters in this case. Finding volume is even simpler. Again, this has a base of 13, so we have 13 by 13 by 13. We just need the area of the base and the height. Well, the area of our base, 13 times 13 is 169. With a height of 13, we just do 169 times 13. And we get 2197. And this would be in centimeters, since they gave us units here. Couple more problems. If we have the surface area of a cube with a base edge of 8, well, that means that I have a cube and everything is 8. We'll do the same thing. We need our perimeter, our height, and the area of our base. The perimeter, that would just be 8 times 4, which is 32. Our height would be 8, and the area of our base, that would be 8 times 8, which is 64. To find our lateral surface area, we do the perimeter times the height, and we get 256 millimeters squared because it's area. And for our total surface area, that would be the 32 times 8 plus 2 times the area of our base, which gives us 384 square millimeters. Our last problem, volume of a cube with a base edge of 7. So I'm going to draw my cube, mark that everything is 7, and so here I need the area of my base. 7 times 7 is 49. I also need my height, which in this case is 7. Volume equals the area of the base times the height, so the volume equals 49 times 7, which is 343 centimeters squared. And that is how you find the volume and surface area of rectangular prisms and cubes.